curious why you wanted to be a part of Stars on Mars.
Yeah, I got sent the idea from my team, and they said, "Are you interested in a reality show where you go?" And I said, "No, no, not at all. No, not reality. I can't do it." And they said, "Well, here are the people that are going on: Marshawn Lynch and Richard Sherman and Ronda Rousey." And I said, "Well, that's very interesting because those are world-class champions. So this show must not just be some like Big Brother-esque weird dramatic thing they're going for." And then they sent me the deck, and it was beautiful. They put a lot of money into the thing. The space base and the deck looked incredible. And they told us that we were going to do like escape room style missions at the end. And I was like, that's very interesting. And then they told me what they were going to pay me. And I said, I'm in. You should have led with that. I'm in. Let's do it. But it was very scary. It was very scary to kind of jump out of my comfort zone and do reality TV. I've never done it before. And some people on the show, like Portia and Tom Schwartz, were so good at it because they live in front of a camera for their TV shows. But it's a fine art to learn how to be yourself 24/7 when they're filming you. It was something I was very scared to do because, I'm sure you feel the same way, but like in a day you ride very many emotions. You are happy, you're funny, you're sad, you miss your family, and you have to do all of that in front of a camera, which was very stressful. And I put a lot of unneeded kind of stress and weight on me. So it was an interesting and difficult task, but I'm very happy that I went out and I did it and met a lot of really cool and nice people.
Based on the edit that we saw of the episode, it seemed like you were the first one actually in the kind of compound and you got to explore. What was that like, and how much time did you actually get to kind of explore your surroundings?
Yeah, they put me in first. They had an idea originally where it was me and Natasha in the remember Natasha's the last one to get found in the pod. They wanted it to be me and her. And I just felt kind of weird. I was already like nervous going into a reality show and I didn't want like a special introduction. I wanted to like go in with everyone equally, feel like I'm a part of the gang. And so they're like, okay, well your call time was 4 p.m. But now it is 4:30 a.m. and you will be the first one going in. I was like, shit, maybe I should have laid in the pod. It seems a lot easier. But no, we went in and I was the first one in there, which is cool that they wanted me to be. It's kind of an honor. And I walked in immediately, was like, this is gorgeous. There's a lot of care, a lot of love put into it. And I kind of walk around and, as the producers say, like, say your thoughts aloud. So I go in and kind of say what I'm thinking, don't really recall. And then I'm just there by myself for like 10, 15 minutes. And then people start cycling in. I think Rhonda came in next, which is super cool. And then Tom came in. I didn't know who he was. Rhonda asked for Matt Damon, and you got like a B-list Matt Damon. Like he kind of resembled Matt Damon in a way, but maybe not as famous. Yeah, and then it kind of went down from there.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, from watching on television, it looks like you mentioned, it looks gorgeous. It looks like it also could be very claustrophobic. How much did you actually feel like you were in a figurative separate world, and how much were you kind of conscious, like, oh, I can realize this is a set, it's not kind of getting into my head yet?
It I think in the beginning of the show they wanted to try to make it as real to Mars as possible. Like when we did our intro walks, I got to, I went out in the middle of the outback in Australia at like 5:30 in the morning to do my intro walk. And like one of the showrunners or producers was like, "This is the last time you will ever see us. This is it. You're getting sent off into Mars." And like I put my helmet on and go and do my walk that they film. And then like immediately I get like in a car and I take my helmet off and there's like a bro and he's like, "Hey man, like I love Superbad." And I'm like, okay, this is not like we're not really doing it like it's like we're really living on Mars. But then in the habitat, they tried to keep it as real as possible, but the food was really crappy and they didn't give us our phones until like way late at night, which is probably difficult for some of the parents. I'm sure they wanted communications with their family. And I think that the producers and showrunners kind of learned as the day went on, like, oh, our clientele are getting a little frustrated. They don't have their luggage, they don't have their phones. If we want this show to be as good as it can be, we need happy clientele. So they brought us our, baggies and everything we needed, and they brought Marshawn his Hennessy, and then things kind of opened up from there.
What was your favorite part of the kind of set experience when you were able to be there? Was there anything in particular that you're like, oh, this is really cool, I want to spend a lot of time in this kind of nook or cranny?
Well, there were no cameras in the bathroom, so that was really nice. It was it was great when it was like, okay, I see cameras everywhere. They're filming my every move. I just need like a second to myself. You like go to the shitter and close the door. Uh, no, I mean the kitchen was like a really good hang point. You know, a lot of people were kind of trying to make the best of the code with the food, dicing up some salads and potatoes. And the space set where we're watching Richard Sherman, Jesus, watching William Shatner was very cool as well.